What's going on, everybody? As always, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. And today we are going to be going over a guide for the Liberated Dark Ops calling card. To get this calling card, all you have to do is beat the Liberty Falls Easter egg in less than 30 minutes, which may seem daunting at first, but once you know the steps to the Easter egg and you've done it before, it is going to be a lot easier. Just in case you guys haven't before, in the top right, if you guys are on mobile or on desktop, there is going to be a little bit of text in the top right that you can click that will take you to the Liberty Falls Easter egg guide in case you guys haven't done it. You're going to want to be very familiar with the steps in case you guys are newer to it or you're not fully sure of what the steps are. So if you guys have a moment, go watch that and then come back here. And lastly, before we actually hop into the video, if you guys are new here, consider hitting that subscribe button. If you guys like the video, hit that like button. If you guys don't like the video, hit that dislike button. All the same, it helps me find a way in the algorithm. And without further ado, let's hop into it. So as soon as we actually load into the map, the first thing that we are going to want to do is turn on the Rampage Inducer right here, because we're going to want to be progressing rounds as fast as possible for the first couple rounds. So before we actually get too far into this, I want to go over the do's and the don'ts real quick for this guide. So first things first, we're going to go over the do's. You are going to want to run Gobblegums if you have them. You do not need them. However, it is going to make this a lot more difficult, especially if you use like legendary power, I think it's legendary power, no, it's hidden power, to instantly make your gun gold. That can be huge, especially if you just grab like the dual wield pistols off the wall, make them gold, and then just put them in your back pocket. Another thing is Perkaholic. If you wanted to bring that, that can also greatly help, because then you won't have to worry about actually putting all your points into perks, and you can just solely focus on doing the actual Easter egg guide. The other thing is you are going to want a Mangler at some point, but obviously a Mangler doesn't spawn into way later rounds. So another thing is you can grab a ton of salvage and not even worry about your starting weapon, which is actually what I end up doing. And I just end up taking the salvage, grabbing the Mangler cannon, and getting the part for the jet gun early just to make sure I have it. So now it's time for the don'ts of this guide. So one thing I don't recommend is I don't recommend doing the bowling Easter egg. You could get lucky and get a gold ether tool, but you could also get unlucky and get basically nothing. And if you end up getting nothing, then there's no point, because then you just wasted 1/10 of the Easter egg, a total of 3 minutes, and then some, just doing an Easter egg, or a side Easter egg, to get nothing for it. So I would steer clear of the bowling Easter egg altogether. Another thing is progressing rounds. You do not want to be progressing rounds, for the most part, unless you are going for needing points, or if you are doing what I'm doing here, which is just running around to open up the map. Once you have majority of the map open, you really don't want to progress rounds. You want to be mainly focusing on Easter egg steps. So if there's a step where you need to progress around, that's what you want to do. So only if you are doing it for an Easter egg step at that point. Another good tip is that when you're actually in the final encounter where you need to defend yourself, it is a good thing to constantly be using your jet gun if you still have it. The jet gun is very huge, especially for that giant explosion that you can do. It will do massive amounts of damage and clear the room, which can be huge. As you can see here, I actually go down after slowly upgrading my pistols, because again, I was a little low on points, but I was mainly trying to get through this as fast as possible. So I was looking at the time. As you can see, I'm really cutting it down to the wire here, but by the end of it, I do believe I get it done. I am right on the verge of it. When I originally did this, I did use Gobblegums, but I just wanted to do it this way to show you that it is possible to do without them. So if this guide was helpful, I hope that you guys enjoyed, and as always, if it was helpful, please consider hitting that like button. If it wasn't helpful, hit that dislike button. All the same, it helps me find a place in the algorithm, and with that, I will see you guys in the next one. See ya!